So there you
Thanks,
go.
John. Very great. So yeah, we're real early. We are wanting to give everyone the vision for our we're in what we call a pilot launch right now. We did several test launches and a lot of marketing research to make sure we had something that everybody was going to like. And on the pilot launch, we're like, okay, we're not starting over on this. Everybody that's coming in is going to stay in, and they're going to be the ground floor of what launches this whole thing. Uh, but it's early. The beta launch version that's coming late October is a wonderland of information and how everything works and hold your hand through the whole process, which any great game should do that, right? The game that's live right now, we're having some amazing stats on how much time people are spending playing it, but we're we're very early. But we want to get everyone seeing what our vision is, what we're going to do when we do this beta launch uh, in late October, and when we do an official launch in January 2025. We've got a we have a definite mission. We have a definite plan for how to impact the global community uh, in a lot of ways, right? We are you're working with some people here that have done some big builds in their past. I've been doing audience building for corporations that are doing referral-based marketing, affiliate marketing, network marketing, anything that needs to bring a crowd to get you in front of a product. I've been doing that for over a decade, and we have seen over and over. Kathy and I have been involved with builds where we are seeing millions of people come in just a few months, where we're seeing growth of 20, 30, 40,000 people a day coming in. And in the midst of all that, we helped a whole lot of companies do some great things. I got to the point in my career where I'm going, okay, then if we can bring the thunder on these audiences, we have a formula that just brings the world to take a look at what we're doing. But now I would rather it be something that I'm doing, not doing it for somebody else, right? And the excitement that happens when you're bringing in these massive numbers through the process of, hold on one second, please.
No, you're fine. Keep
No,
going.
go ahead. What you trying to do, babe?
I I upgraded it so more people could come, but I don't know if there's any refresh or anything.
Okay, you've done all you can
Yeah,
do.
go ahead.
John, she upgraded the thing so we can get, if there's more people waiting, maybe they
No,
can
I
come
just
in
tried
now.
to get in it, so that's why I was coming to see if there was a.
Okay.
Sorry, but yeah.
All right, thank you very much. You've done a wonderful job. So, in the midst of going, okay, I want it to be something, I want them to come to our deal this time, and I want it to be more people. Because, when you're marketing products, you have a specific audience, you have a limited demographic. Not everybody's going to like everything. Well, now I want to have something that everybody likes, all around the world, something for everybody. Well, that's not realistic. So let's take a look. If you're just going to find where the most people are, what they spend their most time doing, what is the most uh, popular form of entertainment in the world? If you could get into that, right? That would be where you could find the most people, entertain the most people, and get the most bang for your buck. Now, let's throw into this on all these other deals that we were building millions of people for. They had to buy something. Let's make it free. So let's find where the most people are, and let's be the first people ever when we go into this world, which happens to be mobile gaming. I'll give you some stats on in a minute. Um, what if for the first time ever they came into this world that they love and played a game that they love, but there was actually a little money in it? That would give us an edge. Uh, and at the same time that would give us an edge, if there's anything that you get from this meeting, we have a whole lot to unpack in a short period of time, is get behind us on the concept of price purse marketing. We're bringing price purse marketing into the biggest audience in the world and the most popular form of entertainment. Okay, so try to catch all these details, but keep your eye on price purse marketing. We're going to talk more about that later.
And that's exactly what this
John,
program is. And I can
John, can you
say
mute?
that Christ is a global industry
Can you
disruptor.
mute?
Truly,
Ty, you need to unmute.
Give me 1 second, folks. Look at all the people. All right, sorry about that. So, the most popular things in the world, music, movies, 3 times more audience and revenue than the biggest things in the world. Not a little bit ahead of one of them, but 3 times those combined. So here we are. We found where the folks are and what they're doing, right? And most people think that it's, video games. No, it is casual mobile games, not video games, produce the majority of that audience, right? In that audience, it is 55% female, over 40. Believe it or not, is what generates all the big money in gaming, right? So that is exactly where, if we're going to do an audience building game, we found the sweet spot right here, okay? These companies, and if you look at these games, again, audience building game, prize purse marketing, build the biggest audience ever, create assets that are going to make you a fortune. There's all kinds of ways to make money when you build an audience. Eyeballs have value, and we let you own it here, right? We do this together as a community. All these billion-dollar companies, the majority of these guys have been around for over a decade. There are less hit games than there are hit songs. Candy Crush is still #1 on the charts after over 15 years. Still the #1 money earner of every game, beating every video game, all of them. When you have one of those games that fits into that slot, and again, if you're going to do the biggest build ever, you can't do it in 6 months. You can't do it starting over every year or every few months. Facebook had their biggest growth in their 8th year. It was in their 7th year they hit 1 billion people, but it was after they hit 1 billion people they had their largest growth. So if you're gonna do an audience build, you need to have some staying power, because the biggest numbers are not going to come in the first 6 months, right? So our whole prize purse marketing is the concept of getting paid for something that you already like doing. If you're making money doing something you don't like doing that much, I make money playing a game, but I don't like it, that's called a job, right? But if you already liked it, and then we do what no other game on planet Earth does, and have an opportunity for real money without making a deposit. When we first had the game to the point that we thought maybe we had something special, I was fortunate enough, my brother-in-law, my wife's brother, played golf with John Merrow. John Merrow just happens to be in the world of mobile games that are for skill, to where you can play for money. Who's the best in the world at making money playing these type of games? And a famous gamer across the board in console games with hundreds of thousands of followers. He gets to be the very first person that tested our game outside of our staff and friends. Of course, they all tell you it's great. So I'm like, oh my gosh, what's this guy's going to think? So we already have over 600,000 followers in a pre-launch. That's unheard of. And tons of great things have come together for this company, and a whole lot of it is because of the energy that comes from this great gamer, this great golfer, just this great competitor, John Merrow. So I'm going to let him tell you a little about the game.
Right. So WaveScore's premier game, ZPLN, is going into this world of cartoon games with the premium product and premium graphics. It was developed by Ty and Noah Lothian. Noah, after winning some of the most prestigious awards in gaming for his work in Halo, he brought a new level of quality, sights, and sounds to Call of Duty Modern Warfare. That took that game to the next level, and he's done this with many other A-list games that are still successful 20 years later. I've seen him and Ty push to make this game as great as possible, And that's kind of what drew me here. A better game, and more importantly, a better deal for the player. So what's unique about Zeppelin is it's a casual game, meaning it takes seconds to learn. This puts us in front of that monster demographic that Ty talked about, where, grandma doesn't have to go and create an avatar and teach it to run and jump. And then, your little cousin Jimmy doesn't have to go and, put a controller in his hands and figure out what to do, read a manual. It takes seconds to learn. What separates Zeppelin from other games is that it also doubles as an esport and is a game that requires sharp focus, memorization of the ricochets, quick math, and split-second decision making that takes months and months to master. This is why we could compete for the cash and the crypto. And I think what drew me here mainly was that Zeppelin checks all the boxes. The cognitive progression in the game is proven addicting, as the average user right now in the pilot launch spent over an hour and a half a day playing. So from the first time I started playing, I immediately became addicted. You guys know the Zeppelin goat. And 2 years later, I'm still getting better at it and still addicted to it. So that's pretty rare in a game where you could keep going for 2 years and still be getting better. So another key point is Zeppelin is the only game that is free to play where you can actually win without ever making a deposit, no gotchas. All these other games and ads that you see, they promote this, but when you really dive into it, there's always, the fine print, as you would say.
These games that are talking about how much money you can make, they also have a different slant on it. First of all, they don't actually, you have to put some money in to get some money every single time. We have looked and searched and tried to find someone that's doing what we're doing. We're the only ones. But they say you're just going to get the money. No, you got to win the money here. There is some skill involved, right? This is not a free money. This is, you got to do something. You got to play the game. But we have put the games together in a way, and the tournaments together in a way which is called skill based. And this was a lot of John's doing. Can you talk a little bit about the difference between a skill based game and who gets to play against who and what your odds are and that sort of thing?
Right. So we have two competitors right now in this niche little market, and that's Skills Gaming and Pocket 7 Games. Both of those companies make over $1 million a day with very small audiences. Now, the catch, if you will, to those games is Skills and Pocket 7 are matching you up with somebody who's in the same bracket as you. So if somebody here came onto Skills and went to go play their first game, they're not going to get matched up against me, who's played hundreds of thousands of games and made the most money on that platform. It's just not how it works. So it's designed for you to go 50-50. The problem on those games is if you're going 50-50, after 8 games, and these are all kind of like Zeppelin, quick little 2-minute games, after 8 games, you've lost your entire deposit. So what we're able to do is we're able to enter into this world and bring these addicting little gambling games to the mainstream. And, like we said, you never have to make a deposit here. You could use your winnings, or you could do that if you think you're good enough and want to play. But if you're winning 51% of your games here, because we're able to cut the rake in half, you're in the green.
And we're able to cut the rake in half and still make more money than them because they have to spend a fortune to acquire those niche customers. Where here, again, we're using price first marketing. And the point of that is we're using that same formula. So you can come to here, don't pay anything, join a game, play for some money, and the people that you're going to be playing against are going to be at the same skill level that you are. The beginners play the beginners, the mids, and so forth and so on. So I don't know why that jumped on here. So price first marketing is, just sit back and think about this for a minute. Let's get into politics. let's get into economics. The big story is, well, here's what it seems like. There's all the people in the world, and then there's the massively rich, right? So I'm going to call all the people in the world that are not massively rich, I'm going to call them all the middle class, right? And then the upper class are these people that have way more money than they could possibly ever need. So here's how we fit into the economy from a foundation of price-burst marketing. Last year, in advertising dollars spent was $730 billion. Okay, that's quite a bit. They predicted it will hit $1 trillion before the end of the century here, right? So who gets the majority of that money, right? I got a product. I want to get in front of the world. Where's the first place I'm going to go? Maybe Google, maybe YouTube, owned by Google. They get a monstrous chunk of that, and they fit in that category of the mega rich, right? Zuckerberg doesn't need any more money; he's doing fine. But it's Google, and Facebook, and Instagram, and YouTube that get the lion's share of this $1 trillion, right? So price-burst marketing is saying, hey, as a company, we are not going to put any of our money into Facebook advertising or Google or YouTube or CNN news feeds or little banners all over the place. We are going to take 100% of our marketing dollars, and it's going to go into prize purses. So that means we're all trying to build an audience here. We're all trying to make some money doing this. Kathy, John, myself, owners of the company, we don't have an advantage over you guys, because we're not advertising, we're not paying influencers. It all goes back to the community. So we all lean on that prize purse. Prize purse marketing is not a thing yet, right? But we as a community, as a mission, we will let the world know this is a better way. And this is something that is going to give a ton of money away from the megas and bring it to us, because instead of giving it to Google and Facebook, we're giving it back to the community. And as a group effort, as we build this together, we're going to show these companies that this is a better way. We have proof, and we know that it is, right? So John, I want you to talk a little bit. In price-burst marketing, it benefits a whole lot of situations, right? And I want, sorry, John, I want you to talk about the advertisers. I didn't cover one thing here real quick. We've got something for influencers. Influencers figured out about price-burst marketing. You want to see the biggest influencers in the world? They're doing giveaways, right? So now they get to invite their followers into a place they couldn't get into without them, because for price-burst marketing to work and audience building to work, it has to be invitation only, so we know where everything started. People are building networks here, and we know where it started. We trace everything, because you cannot just go and download the app and get into these money games. We're the first to do this, and John will back me up on this, and Kathy will as well. Or it took us a minute for Apple to let us do this, because it had never been done before. And by a minute, almost a year and hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? To make this work. But this is by invitation only, so we track everything. So instead of sharing followers on someone else's network direct to you, you are building a network that you're going to be able to get a piece of. And the influencers love this, because they're getting to do a giveaway. Hey, come into my giveaway through my link. We get to do something together, and you're going to maybe get something. And I personally didn't have to put it up. WaveScore put it up, but I still get the benefit for it, and we all get to use that same benefit. In this prize-burst marketing, where you're putting a little bit of money into the games and an audience building game combined, we have several stories. Queen D's on the call right now. I won't have her. I usually have her get in and tell her story about how it's about parents get their kids to play, kids get their friends to play, get their parents to play, as they enjoy building an audience, and suddenly you're bringing families together in this realm that does not exist. We're doing a whole lot of firsts here, right? Uh, the prize purse marketing and this whole concept opens up something for affiliate sales where we can have all the leaders can come together for what we're doing because we are not telling them to stop doing what they're doing. This just helps them do what they do. And we believe we're going to have a massive build. We believe we're going to break some records in this build, right? And then at the end of the day, for the advertisers, those people that are giving all their money to Google and Facebook and YouTube, etc., we have a better deal for them. And as we offer a better deal for them, it's more people bringing prize purse money and merchandise to us that allows us to build bigger and better because more and more money is coming into this world. I'm going to let John tell you a little bit about how this works for advertisers.
Yeah. So, well, this screen is us, how it works for us. You guys know that we're never spending any marketing dollars on outside of the game. You come here, you build a good audience, you'll get to compete for these prizes. You play the game well, you'll also be able to compete for these prizes. Next one, Ty. So what the prize purse does for the advertiser is it brings instant likability toward the advertiser because the advertiser is giving all the users the ability to compete for these prizes. So right now in mobile games and really just on phones in general across the board, anytime you get hit with an ad, you're being taken away from what you're doing, right? And everybody hates these style of ads. It's really not conducive for games because people are using games as their entertainment, and every minute, 2 minutes, you're getting hit with one of these ads. You have to wait 30 seconds to a minute for it to end, and then you go. The ad is usually junk. Like everybody's seen the Royal Match ad where your PayPal, you're getting thousands of dollars and it's just not true. And then when you have to exit the ad, it's even a pain. You click the X, it's not clickable. Now you're in the App Store. You're just getting further away from what you enjoy. Where here, it's more like Lexus sponsoring a golf tournament. The advertisers on the leaderboard, post game, in game, every screen that you click for an advertiser's event, they're there. And it's not annoying. You get to choose if you watch the videos. You're rewarded for watching the videos. You're rewarded for going to the site. And the main thing is that we could create the likability for the advertiser. They get to use our prize purses the same way that you guys get to use them the same way that we're using them.
Every new prize that goes out, every dollar that goes out, it helps our cause, which is to get this better way out to the world. Um, and what he's talking about on what we do for sponsors, right? Are we already have a few early in the game. Fortunately, we already have a few sponsors, and they're $25,000 packages, which is nothing. We're not super excited about that, but it's a little money coming in, right? Can't hurt. The same thing we offer to the sponsors, where they can rebrand this whole thing, right? Is the same thing that is our marketing tool, what we call the community marketing tool. I'll show you how Launchpad fits into this whole thing within the user interface here in a second. But Launchpad allows anybody to do the same thing that these major sponsors can do and completely rebrand the product for $33 a month. And then the benefits, in addition to just being able to really make your brand look sexy, market whatever you're into, we are not about us. We are about whatever you are into. This means when we're doing a build, and Launchpad, I like to think of it as for people that are taking the wave score build to the next level, right? It's like, and I'm going to talk about the benefits in just a second, but with this piece of technology, you easily upload a video, a redirect link, a couple of pics, and on your own, you are launching your own events as
Hey, how you doing, Charles?
in
Night.
this game.
Oh, you doing it? You doing the thing? It's live and in color now, huh?
Ty, you got to unmute yourself.
All right, you too.
Ty, unmute yourself, please.
He's working on it.
I'm on
There
it.
you go.
I got to watch my clicking there. So, in addition to doing your thing and putting your brand out in this really cool way to market yourself for this very inexpensive product we have here, you're controlling what people see on your Wave network. And then there's also some affiliate commissions and some profit sharing pools that are going to be extremely substantial for the people that are getting this started early right now. So the cool thing here is we're trying to do this enormous build, right? And the strong suit is there's an amazing comp plan because it cost us a couple of $1 million to build this piece of technology, right? But to deliver it, it is very simple. It cost us less than a penny, right? So you build the prototype, it's very expensive, but after that, so we can legitimately, very simply, on a $33 product that we have been told multiple times by everybody we should be charging 10 grand for, right? It is a legitimate piece of technology that does some amazing things that you'll find out as you get to know it, right? So we are a solid product, and we can pay out a 75% in commission, still come out good as a company because it cost us so little to deliver it, right? So the way this works, if anybody, I'm going to back and say, this is not a multi-level marketing comp plan. This is an affiliate comp plan. It is one level. It's all about your affiliates. It's all about your directs. But you'll see the next part of this is like the ultimate all-level comp plan. That's really the most exciting part of this, and we'll get to that in just a second. So when someone pays $33 that's direct to you, you get $12. When someone that's direct to you, which is your affiliate, whatever they make, you're getting a 50% match. The event 10 pack is for, if you need more than 2 events a month. My wife is not trying to build a giant team or do anything. She is an entrepreneur that has a fashion company. She will buy the 10 pack because she's going to want to do more than 2. This will be a product that not necessary for everybody, but for certain people, there'll be a lot of commissions made on this product here. And it's real straight up. There's the numbers. Whatever your affiliate makes, everybody direct to you. Whatever check they make, whatever commission they make, you're making 50%. We have gamified a profit sharing, okay? And this is the big biggie here for the people that want to come in early and start planning and come out of the gate strong when our product goes live, at the end of October. And the coolest thing about this is you're trying to build a big audience, right? And price points can get in the way. $33 not going to get in the way. Anywhere around the world, we're good, right? Whatever they're doing, they don't have to stop doing and come join your thing. Anyone's passion can morph into this world. Something for everyone around the globe. There's whatever you're into marketing, whether you're wanting to support your church or whether you're wanting to sell a product or whatever you're wanting to do, it's going to apply, right? So we don't have to steal people from one team to another. Let them keep doing what they're doing. The average affiliate marketer is not affiliate marketer, networker, whatever you want to call it, is not doing the same thing they were doing more than 6 months ago. They do 2 new things a year, right? Rebuilding, okay? Not only do we have the opportunity to have something for everyone because it's about them, it's not about us, right? We call it an immortal concept. In a world, what's hot today might not be tomorrow. Okay, all the people that were selling A right now, 8 months later, we're selling B. Do we have to break up the team? No, we just change the pictures and the video. And again, we talked about this earlier. It's about if you really want to build big, you can't do it in 6 months or a year. You look at the Facebook stats. It took them their 7th year before they hit 1 billion people, and the 8th year was their biggest build ever, right? So if you're having to rebuild and start over every 6 months, you cannot hit those insane numbers, right? And here's the way the pools work, okay? So for activity from your directs, sales they make, and products they buy, you are getting points, right? And this is automated through our system, all done. Every time someone pays a subscription fee of $33, this money automatically goes into these pools. This is not multi-level. This is every level, unlimited width, unlimited depth, globally. Anytime there's a transaction, before anything happens, our API send it into this pool, okay? And then there are going to be people in this pool that get to divide that up. Because we are in the business of launching things, right? We are limiting the big pool to the first 100 people. So that means it'll get to a certain point, and as it grows, it will never go down. If we go from 100,000 customers to 1 million customers to 5 million customers, which we can do because we've got some time, it's about longevity, we've got something for everyone. If we got 1 million customers, there's $2.5 million in that. If we get 10 million customers, there's $25 million in that. And the first 100 people that come in, as long as they sustain their points, are going to have the most passive, long-term residual income in the history of anything like this. What we're doing right now, we can't do that right now. The product is not out yet. It will be on our beta launch at the end of October. What we're doing right now in the pilot launch version, which has got its issues and issues that we're not fixing. All our focus is on, I don't know, did Crypto Denzel make it on tonight? Is he here?
I believe so. Yeah, he's here.
He talked us, hey buddy, he had so much momentum going when we were ready to close the pilot launch that he convinced us to just stay open and do some pre-building. And so that's what we're doing right now, thanks to him. In the interim, Zeppelin the game, and we have another card game coming out that is the first card game that has no luck involved. It's called ZZUH. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be one of the coolest card games in the digital realm. We're putting as much effort into that as we did Zeppelin. But whatever games that we have, they are specifically there for entertainment and money for our audience.
That's fine.
So it's not, we didn't create an audience building game to go along with to invite people to our games. We created games to reward our audience builders. And the way this is going to work, when you first get started, when the beta launch goes live, you're going to get a 30-day free pass. You can play all the games and you can win all the money. After 30 days, if you don't have 3 people on your wave, Sector 1, which is your first 3 levels, then you're out, right? These games are for our audience. You want to make it for everybody because this is real easy. You have 120 days to get 12 people. If you have 12
can you mute?
people, okay.
Hi, I'm sorry. Sassy, can you mute yourself, please? We don't need to hear conversations in your background.
You're in trouble, Sassy.
Thank you.
So, very simple. First goal for everybody right now, we cannot go to the masses right now with this. The system's not ready. We will lose some of them. Beta that comes in late October will be ready for the masses, and we can build as hard and fast as we want to. In the meantime, behind the scenes, getting ready for Launchpad, getting ready for WaveScore, also getting better at the game because you've been practicing more and you get to beat all the new people when they come in. What we're just telling everyone to just find 12 people that enjoy playing the game, right? And find some hustlers that understand if you this is all about building an audience, man. And it's going to be us that build it. It's going to be the people that started it that built it. And it is a great opportunity to be early. And we have a call every day at this same Zoom link at 1 o'clock Central Time to help people out with problems. And because the current live version, leaves some question marks, and we are here to support anybody that wants to come in and start doing the things. It's not too early to start strategizing and start doing a little building. There will be a leaderboard for these early people that hit our ranks that's going to be substantial, and not trying to hit builder or these kind of things before we launch, but if you're in place when we launch, you can get to the top of these leaderboards real quick. We have a leaderboard for builders that is substantial, and then we have a smaller leaderboard for architects, which is pretty easy to hit. We're about to have a few people hit that already. And John, I'm going to let you talk a little bit about this to wrap up.
Right. So these are our strategic partners already. One of them's iHeartRadio. We are not going to be promoting iHeartRadio, but we're going to be used as an outlet for their existing sponsors. And the head of marketing over there is making sure that we're providing the right data with clicks and views and all that stuff. That just really nice to have, a media company guiding us to maximize the sponsors and, make sure we have as many of those as possible so we could just keep getting bigger and bigger prize purses. One of the coolest deals we closed are with Scouting America, which is formerly the Boy Scouts, rebranding in January to Scouting America. They already have over 250,000 girls that are signed up, as well as over 1.2 million boys. They are using Zeppelin as a merit badge in the Scouts. They were looking to get into gaming because of how big gaming's got over the years, and they needed a game that was of skill, that pretty much all the things I said earlier, memorization, timer, math, and we checked all the boxes. And they'll be playing the audience building game as well and using it as a better way to reach other parents. And so they'll be a sponsor and also playing the audience building game. And, we went out with our existing audience. We got Scouting America. With Launchpad and those products, me and Ty and Kathy and owners of the company have no advantage of getting Scouting America as you guys have. It's the same concept over and over with the prize purses. GFT Exchange is a digital coupon company, so we understand that only 10% of people are going to be playing the game well enough to make enough money. Like if you keep playing and playing and playing and playing, eventually when the masses are here, you're going to reach $20 and be able to cash out. The majority of people that are playing this aren't going to be able to reach $20 in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. It's going to take them months because they're just simply not good enough at the game when there's enough people in. And then on the flip side, only 10% of the users could build an audience big enough to win some cash. So GFT is a digital coupon company that lets us reward, a million more users. Instead of it being the top 25, if you come in the top 50% in a game, you'll win a coupon. It might be buy one, get one Coca-Cola at your local Kroger, or 2 for 1 Colgate at Walgreens, whatever it may be. They're in over 80% of grocery retailers, and we can make everybody a winner. Unified Signal is our wallet company. That is right now the plan is we have My Time in the game. My Time is great. It does a lot of it was supposed to do a lot of things that we needed it to do, but we didn't own that wallet. So we have no say in what the My Time company does. So what we're doing instead is we're white labeling Unified Signal. We're creating the Wave Score wallet, which is a like it's backed by Chase Unified Signal, so it's one of the most secure banks out there, and we could do cash, crypto, however you choose to get paid, you'll be able to do all that.
So internationally, the way this is going to work, when someone wins money from playing the game, Wave Score, winning money from playing Zeppelin, getting commissions from doing Launchpad, getting pool commissions, any money that's going out, it will be in real time. The second you get it, transferred into your wallet. Once it's in your wallet, you can get it out in cash or you can get it out in crypto, USDT, BTC, XRP, Ethereum, the list of the most popular ones, right? So it's gonna make it real easy to get everyone paid all around the world.
Kat, do you want to tell everybody a little bit about Miracle?
Oh my goodness. I have so much to say about Miracle, as a lot of you on this call know. It's going to be absolutely incredible. When we presented this to Hakan and Micah, they were automatically, we don't want to be launch sponsors. We want to buy into the company. So they are actually shareholders in our company. And as far as, Phoenix, you guys all know what we're doing with Phoenix and where that's going to go. So Phoenix is going to be a daily. And remember, guys, we're just starting to integrate the crypto side of it, but we already have Phoenix ready to go. We just have to get, the last piece together. But we're going to have daily events where you can actually win Phoenix. But the goal is, of course, to grow Miracle as well as Zeppelin. So it's just invite. That's all you need to do. If you're going to do on the prize purse marketing, to where you're marketing, whatever your product is, pick the nodes, pick anything that you want. You don't even have to do Miracle products if if you're doing other things, because many of you are, but this gets you out in front of absolutely, almost everyone. And it's just going to get bigger and bigger. And like Ty said, when we were doing some testing, oh gosh, I don't even know how many years ago. Ty, what was the biggest numbers we got? Like 6 million in 9 months?
Around in there. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So guys, you see how big this is going to be. And we didn't even have the game at that point. This was just an audience building game that
Kathy,
we had
I've got a
launched.
slide of what that looked like as we were
Go
ramping
for it.
up.
I'm gonna turn the floor back over to you. I just want to let everybody know that Miracle is behind us 1,000%. They did not want to be just a sponsor. They wanted a piece of this company, and we made them an offer, and they accepted. It took quite a bit because everything's going on with Miracle, but it took a while to get done, but we got it done, and I could not be more excited that Miracle is here with us at Zeppelin.
We have a lot of people on, and I want to touch on one thing that we kind of missed. Okay. So the Launchpad product, it gives you corporate controls over the wave that you build. So somebody brings in 100 people, that brings in 100 people, that brings in 100 people. That's 1 million people. Well, they only brought in 100. They're not limited to what they just bring in. Now it's your followers to infinite depths, right? What you build here, you own. It is an entertainment media asset because you are supplying games and entertainment. We are going to have state-of-the-art social media. We've been doing background in social media, gamified social media for over a decade. You have a social media asset, you have an entertainment asset, and that wave that you build, we're not just saying it's an asset, we're giving you corporate control so you can launch the games with whatever brand you want to put on there. You got a few 100,000 people on your wave and you want to get T-Mobile, just, sign them up. You don't have to talk to us. You can create their event, you can launch their event on your wave through these corporate controls that come with that product. In addition to the pools that we talked about, where the first 100 are going to make a fortune here, right? it's a race to the pools, right? The biggest bang for your buck is having these, hold on one second, guys, is having these assets. You're not building something for somebody else now. You're not building something that's going to go away in 6 months or a year, in 2 years or 3 years. It's about longevity. It's about the biggest reach we can possibly have. And we all, a community, no one has any advantage over the next. You build a wave here, you own it, and you get corporate controls over it, and it can put you, for entrepreneurs that want to start a business for free, at the most they'll have to pay is $33 a month, but they can build their wave first and then get the controls afterwards, right? They can start their business for nothing and start building their wave through WaveScore. I just wanted to finish up with that. Anything else, Kathy or John?
Guys, when we're talking about a wave, what that means is your audience and their audience and their audience. Some of these words you don't know. Ty or John, explain what a rake is, because a lot of these people are not per se gamers, to where they participate in, events where you're competing and winning cash and prizes. Can you explain what a rake is?
Let me firm up the wave that you own, just in case there's any questions, and then I'll let John answer that. You kind of asked 2 questions there. I had mine ready. Because this is invitation only and no one has done this before, right? We can track where something started. So at the point that together as a community, we have a couple of million people on this, we're going to be able to look, where did it begin? And we're tracking that to unlimited depths, unlimited what you started, right? Doesn't end at any level, it goes on forever. And then they literally own that real estate to market to and have as an asset, and they get the controls, and same as us. This is a community effort. So their controls to launch products on their wave is no different than the corporate controls for us to launch market on our waves, right? Go ahead, John, if you can answer that question.
Just to add on that, Ty said we're the first ever, we are the first ever thing in the Apple App Store that is invitation only. So we built this thing, we brought it to Apple. It usually takes, 3 to 5 business days to get your app approved. Because of the way we set this up, it took us 6 months and over $250,000 just to get into the App Store. Because they said, you can't just limit this to people with a link. You can't go to our App Store and not be able to get in. So that was one of the early hurdles we had, just to add on that. As far as the rake, it's not, I guess, total, we don't have to totally understand this on this call, but this is for 1v1 games. There's an industry standard where I put up $1 to play Ty in a little casual game of skill, and the house takes 20%. Because of that rake, you could be winning majority of your games, but still losing. So we're able to cut that rake to 10% because it's not our only area of revenue. We don't have the same customer acquisition costs, and we want to always be in the hero branding where it's all about the community. So we cut the industry standard in half, and we're going to get all those players from those games. This is a very
here's some inside info on that. For how does that make y'all money? You'll find out later that you get a piece of that action as well when you have a wave. But the 2 companies that we speak of that make $1 million a day in these fees are, one is called Skills, SKILLZ. One is called Pocket 7.
or Avia Games.
Avia Games. Find those people. When they see what this is, they're coming. It's another place to recruit. We got a better deal for them.
Yeah, I don't know how many people here are going to be, doing the 1v1, but we are going to get that whole crowd. And a lot of people have never heard of it because it's such a niche market. But we think that a lot of you are going to have a lot of fun doing it because it's addicting. Me and Ty do it pretend in Zeppelin right now without it being like official. We just go back and forth and we gamble our shares against each other.
Yeah, you guys are going to be able to take your winnings and then find people you want to play and gamble. And here we are under the radar on gambling because we are compliant for cash entry on the federal level. We comply. So we are not called gambling, even though people will be able to play for money here because it's a game of skill, right? Just real quick, for anybody that's already playing the game, which I think most of the people here are, this is just a sneak preview at the beta launch, right? It's gonna be easy to find what's going on. Exhibition, pro events, that's gonna be where the money is. Exhibition is gonna be the warm up. Whoever has the most chips at the end of the week, that game's still gonna be going. And then Launchpad events, those are our community events. That's where all the people using Launchpad. So it's in the list right there with everything else, and it's where everybody that can be seen throughout the community that's launching their own events through that product.
More importantly, the playbook. And the playbook is, everything you need to know about this, you can find out. Right now, it's really hard to build because, as Ty always says, a confused mind does nothing. People come in, they have no idea what's going on, and you guys are still powering through it, inviting everybody and we appreciate it. And that's why we're rewarding all these people in early. You guys are all getting a massive head start before this thing really explodes. And one of the coolest parts about the beta will be the winner circle. This is where you have your game history. You click your winner circle, you see the last 20 events you played, how many chips you won, how much cash you won, how much crypto you won, what place you came in. And just when you invite somebody, there'll be no learning curve. You don't have to go send them to mine or crypto's YouTube video or have them come on a 2 o'clock call every day. They'll just
It's gonna get a whole lot better and a whole lot easier, but the spirit of this company, my business has been launching companies through digital marketing and YouTube marketing, video marketing for the last 30 years, right? It sounds like a long time, but yes, longer than that probably. Let me tell you the hard part, launching. Everybody has a dream, and the dreams don't always happen. And when you actually from nowhere to somewhere launch something, you're supposed to get something for that. So our entire platform is about rewarding the people that came in and helped us launch this thing together in this community effort. All right, thanks to everybody. Anything else?
think
Real quick, how much prize money has been paid out to in this pre-launch so far?
$34,000 so far.
Bingo. Thank you.
And it's the beauty of this thing is we build this together. Every time our audience grows, it means more sponsors, it means more revenue. At the end of the day, as we grow this together, collectively, we get bigger and bigger prize purses, making it easier and easier to grow. There is no chance within the next 6 months that we're not advertising millions of $1 million prize purse, right? That's going to happen. And then it gets a whole lot easier. But again, we have to get there, and the people that get us there are the ones that are going to get the true rewards here. This is a real business.
Thank you, Ty. Thank you, John. Thank you, everyone who attended. We're going to be doing more of these. Like Ty said, we have them every day at 1 o'clock.
Central Time.
Central Time, that's right. It's 11 my time. So you guys are welcome to get on, listen in, and then let's take this to the moon, because it's about Miracle, it's about Zeppelin, it's about you and your business.
We're partnering with you guys. So if you are in early going, hey, you come on the call at our daily call and say, hey, I'm trying to build this thing. We want to get to know you. We want to help you. We want to strategize. We want to work together. We're ready to go. It's early, but this is a very important time.
Thank you, everybody, for attending.
Thanks, everybody.
And we'll see you next time. Great job, guys. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Kathy. Thanks. See y'all.